Hey guys, it's Nicole. Welcome back to Chronicles of a Crafter. I did listen to my previous video and I noticed that there's a little bit of an airy distortion of sound coming from my background. Sorry guys, can't help it. I'm in a camper and I'm out here in Arizona, in case you didn't realize. The other thing is that I started a project last week. This was the project that we started. It's a full journal, lots of usable writing space in here. We're going to turn this into a junk journal and create some things. Okay, so we have to complete the cover. I left you guys last week with just this done. The spine is complete, the signatures are complete, but we also created this wonderful little master board that I eventually cut up to fit the size of the journal. So let me just check my measurements in case some cuts need to be made. This will be the back cover, and let's take a look here. Okay, so it looks like the back cover is a little bit too long. Is it really? I mean, not really. It's about right, I think. Like, what do you know? Like, it would fit. I think it would be just fine. Let's take a look at how it will be assembled. It will go alongside here around the last cover page for the last signature. This is the back cover, and yeah, I think this will totally work. All right, it matches up really well here on the edge with the fabric that we use for the spine, and it fits in here really good. So what I'll do next is figure out like what we're going to do with this back cover in order to create a closure included with it, as well as the front cover needs embellishments for an enclosure as well. So let's do that first. Yeah, let's do that first. So first of all, I want to add a little brad right here in the center somewhere. I did punch a hole with my crocodile, but this is basically the closure that I want to use. It's just a brad, right? It has two prongs on the back side and a little ring on the front side, so you can loop your cord or thread through it, whatever you're using for your closure. So I'm just going to adhere this to the front cover with some Fabri-Tac. If you have any kind of beacon glue would work, right? So I have beacon foam and poster board adhesive. It's fine. It doesn't, I mean, it's almost the same consistency and formula as Fabri-Tac, except it doesn't have any alcohol in it. So if that's what you have, go ahead and use it. If you have Eileen's tacky glue, use that. That'll work as well. If you have any kind of wood glue, that would probably work. But I definitely believe in Fabri-Tac or Fabri-Fix. They all have the same consistency. 3-in-1. Beacon's 3-in-1 works the same as well, if that's what you have. But they all bond fabric, lace, glass, leather, wood, and trim, as well as brads. I think this brad is gonna I think it's gonna be securely added to here. It doesn't say metal, but I think this brad is gonna work with the Fabri-Tac. I just need to push it through, make sure the ring is facing the right direction, and make sure the legs are also facing the right direction, because I want them to spread. I want the little prongs to spread evenly across this side here. Okay, and if you want, you can add a little bit more Fabri-Tac or Fabri-Fix to the legs to make sure that they're flat. That'll work as well. And if they stick out past your book edge, just go ahead and use a wire crimper or wire cutter and just cut off that little edge right there. Alright, so let's turn this a little bit this way. Okay, I think if I turn it, yeah, like that. Oh, it's about the same. Okay, so yeah, that's gonna be my book closure, the closure for the book, the little latch for the closure. I'm just gonna add a little bit of glue on the back side here and around here, and that'll keep those little prongs down temporarily while we work on the rest of the cover. So I'm just gonna set this aside, let that glue dry. It's yeah, just gonna let this glue dry for just a couple of minutes, and we will work on the back cover. So here's the front cover of the book. This is where that front cover is gonna glue down to, I believe. Let's make sure by checking our center. This is the center signature where the heart is facing upwards. This is just a little piece of doily in here. All right, and this is our back cover. So our front and back covers are similar. This one's mustard and this one's terracotta. We just have to remember that when we go about gluing it all together. So looks like my fabric may be just a little bit, just a shy long. I'm not gonna cut away too much of it. I'm just gonna even it up, okay? And even up the top over here as well. Yeah, the fabric is just like a hair too long. And okay, and there's that. Alright, so the back cover, let's talk about it. I'm using this for my back cover. This is the part that I cut away from the masterboard for the back cover. And I'm just gonna go ahead and start gluing this down in position with the closure. So here is what I'm using for the closure. It's just some rickrack in jute twine. I burned the phrase, like, you know, there's always like some phrase scattered around on jute. So let's take a look at what we'll end up with. If I place this all the way back here and glue it down, wrap it around to the front. Let's get it straight. Let's see how many times it would need to go around the book. So let's just say I glue this here, wrap it around. It'll go through that loop once, it'll go through that loop twice, 3 times. That's way too much, right? So let's just get it to where it goes through the loop twice and then dangles here on the end. So I'm just gonna cut it. This is all happening in real time, guys. Like, I do not know I do not know how this is gonna turn out. We're just going with it, right? So I'm gonna use Fabri-Tac again for this process. I'm just gonna add a bead of glue straight through here from the fabric closure all the way across, right? And whoops, I'm assuming that's the middle. We can place the front cover up alongside of it and see, yeah, that's the middle. That's where the jute rickrack will come through. And I'm just going to tuck it underneath the fabric and place it straight across right there. Okay, and then I'm going to add my back cover onto here. So this is what the back cover looks like, and we're just going to add it directly on here like so, and we'll glue it all together. So let's do that while my Fabri-Tac is ready to go. So I'm just going to add glue like in all corners along the edges. Hope you guys can see this. Again, guys, like, I'm not in my craft room, I am in my RV. So in case you're wondering, like, why is her camera so off, or why does the camera shake so much, or why can't I see what she's doing half the time? It's because I'm in my RV and my ghost, stop it. I do have my ghost with me, my little schnauzer here with me. So yeah, if things are shaky or rickety or you hear things falling, it's not necessarily my fault. I'm in my rig and in my camper, so yeah, things are just not the same as it would be in my craft room. And I do have Ghost sitting here trying very hard. He's extremely, you're really trying hard, aren't you? He's trying to knock my guillotine off the table, okay? He's pushing at it with his face. Stop it, stop, get back. All right, so again, there's the closure, here's the back cover, and here is the back page to the signature. and I am just going to apply it just like so onto there. Okay, so this is what our back cover will eventually look like. I suggest if you guys have any exercise weights or really heavy books, get those handy, because you're going to need to set that on top of here to keep all of this together overnight. If you have clips, go ahead and pull those out. I do have a couple of clips that'll hold it while we're working, but either a really heavy book or some workout exercise weights or something like that will work as well. So let me just clip these down on the corners and on the edges. Alright, so that's our back cover. This is where the loop will go through. It'll go through the front loop, it'll come around once, and it'll loop it through again, but then it'll just hang like right here. Okay, alright, so let's go ahead and get started on the front cover. There's a lot of decorations that I have here on my desk, a lot of things that I want to tuck into this journal, a lot of little things to play with inside the journal. So let's just go ahead and get started on the front cover while this back cover is drying. Okay, so I'm gonna set that aside for now. On the front cover, I want to place just a little bit of embellishment. This I pulled off the newspaper that I Mod Podged or collaged onto the front cover, and then I just added some of the cardstock from a previous project that I was working on. So I'm just going to glue this down to the front somewhere about there. I think oh yeah, it's still drying, but it'll be dried pretty soon. I'm just going to glue this down with some Scotch permanent glue stick stuff, and I'm going to glue it onto the front over here. Instead of adding the usual book plate and, you know, just the regular old front cover of a book, I'm going to use this and straighten it up. Okay, so this will be my front cover. In addition to that, I'm going to use Fabri-Tac to glue down some numbers. Alright, it does say wood, right? Yep, it'll definitely do wood. So I'm going to glue some numbers on here. And again, these are just like little embellishments. You don't have to do any of this stuff. This is just a wood number, a wooden number 8. I'm just going to pop that down right there. And a wooden number 7. Okay. Just gonna squeeze that in right there. Let's check the edge to make sure that our book corners can fit on there. Slide up the 8 and slide it over, and my 7 should fit on there perfectly fine. Okay, let me just make sure that my book corner. So this is what we're using for our book corners. Again, you've seen these 1,000 times with me. I'm using the rose gold color, which kind of matches the terracotta of the pattern in this project. So I'm just going to slide the 8 up and over just a little bit to make room for the 7 that's going in the corner. So yeah, there's a dozen things that you need to think of while you are assembling your project, your closure, your cover embellishments, your corner you know, plates or whatever that goes on there. Like, you just have to like keep all of these things in mind when you're decorating so that things aren't getting in the way. Let me find another plate or corner. Okay. Whoops. Alright, so this will be the corner protector that goes on here. Let me see if I can slide it in. Probably not. But yeah, I know that the 7 is moved over enough so that it's not in the way once I apply this little guy right there, okay? So on here, I should probably clean my glue up. It's a little messy. On here, I also want to add a couple of these little floral embellishments. So I'm just gonna add some coordinating color floral embellishments onto here, and another one up here, and another one next to it. Whoops, lay down. Okay. All right, and yeah, let's close this up and see what we've got. Not too shabby, I think, right? That looks pretty, I don't know, the camera makes it look really good, but it looks good in person also. So this will now be our cover, the front cover of the book, all right? The back cover is drying. I'm gonna let that dry for a few, but then we're gonna stick this front cover on, and then we're gonna play with all of this stuff, right? This is where I really wanna play. I wanna play with all these embellishments right here to make things that are really cool for inside the junk journal. So here's a little paper flower that I'm gonna stick another flower through. Let's glue that down. And I'm just using Fabri-Tac because it's here and it's ready to go. So guys, tell me what you guys been up to lately. Like, what have y'all been working on in your craft rooms this summer? Is it too hot to be in the craft room? Would you rather be outdoors right now? Let me know what you guys are working on. I'd appreciate knowing that. So yeah, there I just stuck a little flower inside of a paper flower, and we'll go with that. I stuck some pom-poms onto some clothespins, okay, matching, whoops, some matching colored clothespins. They're so tiny. All right, so there's a little clothespin there. Here's a little clothespin here attached to a pom-pom using nothing but Fabri-Tac glue. And I'm gonna do the same thing with this last pom-pom. I'm just gonna add some glue on the clothespin and then stick the pom-pom onto there. So yeah, there will be some drying time. That will be, I'll have to you know, go do something else in the meantime. Here's a little ticket that I put together. It's a ticket with, like, collage. It has some lace on here. It has a ticket for the little pull tab, but I also have like this ticket, for example. This is just some, this I think was definitely a previous masterboard that I stuck all of this stuff to. So on here I will now add some embellishments on there. Let's see what this is. Perfect. I will add a little embellishment on the front here. The letter F sounds like a good thing to go on there. And I will place one of these guys, which is my little whale tail tabs, on the top. So that's what that will look like, right? So let's do that. Little whale tail tab. And when I place the whale tail tabs either into the journal, I will probably use some of these like little tiny reinforcements right on the holes for the whale tail tab, and then put a an eyelet or such through it. An eyelet will probably work really well through there. Eyelet or brad or whatever you have would work on that. Okay, here's another little ticket that I have an eyelet going through it already. So once I'm done, I will probably find some of that rickrack, right? This is the rickrack that we were playing with earlier, and I will just push it through and loop it up, and it'll become like a little pull tab as well. For this, I have some little tags here. Let's cut these, try to cut them evenly. Boom and boom. Alright, and I also have here my little corner rounder, so I can, let's round the corners on these and ink them, because I think that'll look cute. Okay. And I had to put a new sponge on my ink dauber because the old one was deteriorating. It was totally unsticking from its backing. So let's round these corners. Okay, and ink it. And round these corners. Whoops. Whoops. That one's getting worse by the second. Let's see. Okay. And ink it. So because I rounded that other one just with a different setting, I'm gonna fix all the rest of them. Okay. That'll work. Okay, so let me go ahead and let all this stuff dry, get everything put together, and when I come back, we will assemble our book and put our corner rounders on. I mean, corner rounders, our corner protectors on there, and tuck some things inside. And yeah, when everything is all nice and dry, I'll be back in 2 ticks, guys. Okay guys, so the only thing left to do in this journal is decorate the inside. As you can see, I've added some more embellishments to the outside cover, as well as finished the closure. So the closure is going to wrap around, oops, sorry. The closure is going to wrap around, but go through here first. I added this little clothespin to it so that it has something to hang on to. And weight it down just a little bit, because once it comes back around here again, you can then just open the clothespin and attach it to the previous rope or jute or whatever it is that you used to close the book. Alright, so this is what the outside cover looks like. I did add this beaded ruffle right here, some ribbon on the front and on the back. The back is still very much the same way. And what we're going to do next is, let's open it back up and add our corner protectors onto the journal. I've already started it back here on the back cover. And yeah, so I have to add some glue to these because I did not glue them down. I just wanted to see if they would fit. Ghost, no. Ghost. I'm recording, silly. No barky. Sorry. And yeah, I'm just going to add some glue, some Fabri-Tac glue on the inside of this corner protector, and then put it back onto the corner, the back cover. Yeah, this is just really decorative. I mean, it does protect the corners, but I'm using the rose gold because it kind of matches some of the terracotta and the you know, this pattern that we're using. So, and I'm just going to give this a little squish right here, and then do the same thing for the top. So yeah, I was just testing to see if these would fit on here, and they do. Did I glue this one down already? I couldn't have, no. It's like, why won't it come off? Yeah, and then we'll do the front cover as well. And then I'll show you all of my embellishments that I've been playing with to decorate the inside of the book. Some of them you'll recognize from previous projects that we worked on in the last few weeks. Some of them are older things that I had in my stash that I just added some more embellishments to. Okay, so that's on there. Whoops. And that's what it would look like, top and bottom. See that? Okay. And let's do the front real quick. So before I do the front, there is this little pocket. This is what we created one day with some scraps and a sheet of 12 by 12 paper. And I'm just gonna glue this down as a pocket or a tuck, really, on two sides, okay? And for that, I don't need fabric tack. I can use my art glitter. So this book came out really nice. I'm really stoked about how it came out. If I had to do it all over again, I can tell you the one thing that I would do is apply my masterboard to fabric, right? And then this way we can get those nice corner tucks all the way around and have it overlapping. But that's the only one thing that I wish I had done, was use the fabric or some sort of paper to wrap it all the way around on the inside of the book, because that would really make it look finished and, you know, dressed up really nicely. So there, I've fixed the issue that I had with my closure. The little prong was sticking out right there. So all I have to do now is just give this a little squish, and the prong is no longer a problem. And now we can glue on our corner protectors using Fabrifix or fabric tack again. This is like one of the strongest glues that I have, other than wood glue or any sort of crazy glue like Instant Bond or anything like that. This is like one of the strongest. This will never come apart, okay? This book is gonna stay very well connected or put together for quite some time. So just need to open this up a little to get the book wrapped around it. Should have done that before I put glue, but it's all good. And I did measure my 87 on the front cover to make sure that the corner rounder was not, the corner protector was not going to impede where that 87 was going to go. And yeah, I just need to get this smushed on here and then closed up. Give it a little whack sometimes, that helps. Okay, and we'll do the top next. Where is it? Here it is. Okay, so this one's gonna go up here. Let me open this one up a little bit because it is a little tight, so I'm gonna just bend these back just a little. Yeah guys, so anyway, this is just the part 2 of the easiest junk journal created ever. This is like the super fastest format, other than doing the masterboard. But the way that we created this junk journal, you don't have to worry about the spine showing. You don't have to worry about like, how am I going to hide the spine if you wanted to. None of that stuff matters because it's automatically hidden by creating the signatures first and then wrapping that fabric around on both sides, right? This came out so pretty. I love this. And this book also lays completely flat in any position, right? Makes it really good for journaling. So let's go ahead and decorate some more on the inside here. I'm just going to put some random pockets and tucks. This is just one of those pockets that I created a while back in one of our 12 by 12 one sheet wonder things, and I just tucked a bunch of little cute tickets and tags inside of here, right? And I'm just going to put this on the side right here. Do I want to lay it flat? No, I'll make it into a pocket as well. It'll be a legit 7 or 8 pocket. I don't remember how many pockets we said we were going to put on this, but I'm going to make it a legit pocket back here, and just adding glue on 3 sides. Oh, that's a wiggly line. Okay, and that's going to go, let's see, Where do I want this? I think I'm gonna place it like right here. Why not? Why not? Okay, so to hold that in place while it dries and we can move on to the next page, I'm just gonna grab a couple of clips and, whoops, and glue it down. Like clip it into place. Alright, and we'll hold on this side. Okay, and let's see, what else have I done in this? Oh, here's a nice little tag. So I was playing with some of my older tags that I have. Here's one of them. Here's a couple more. This was one that I made with the 12 by 12 sheet. These are actually from the masterboard. I just cut this up into a little tag. And where's the other one? Here's the other one. It was drying. I just added a little pom-pom paper clothespin to it and a little paper floral to the front. Here's some more from that 12 by 12 one sheet wonder project, and here's another old ticket. So I'm just going to be tucking these things into the journal as, like, you know, just tags and journaling cards and stuff like that. Here's a cute little journaling card that I made. It was of a photo, and I just put a little tuck right here and added some tickets to it, and then glued on an actual floral ephemera. She's actually looking at some flowers in the picture, so I just glued down my florals right on top of that, so just to give it some 3D you know, view. And I put this clothespin pom-pom on here as well, which will make it really simple to just like clothespin it onto any page in the book. So yeah, right, so there's that. This will be drying. Let's go on to the next page. I'm going to place this little tuck right over here as well, in the corner, or maybe in the middle. Yeah, let's put it in the middle. I'm gonna make it into a tuck. I'll put it on this side and make it a tuck this way. Yeah, let's do that. So I need to glue this side and the bottom here. Don't need a lot of glue. Whatever it'll take to stick it down. And there. This way I can tuck like these little library cards back there. Okay. So anyway, guys, this is pretty much all there is left to do with this journal, is just decorate it, and you can definitely spend hours upon hours doing that. I'm going to place this one right here. So yeah, I mean, that's really all there is left to do. I'll give you a flip through, a really quick one, because I know this video is probably a little long already. And yeah, we'll just do a quick little flip through. Yeah, I'm a little sad that I rounded these corners prior to knowing which project I was going to use them on, but it's all good. I mean, the rounded corners doesn't make it look any worse. Let's just put it that way. All right. Do I have anything else I want to glue down in here? Oh, here's another little pocketed. Okay, great. I can put that in this corner. I'm going to glue this down on 3 sides. Oh, sorry, 2 sides, because I can make it into a tuck. And I'll just pop it on here, right there. Okay, and grab some clips to hold it in place while it dries. Okay, let's see what else I have back here. Oh, another one. Oh, this is so cute. I did this last night, actually. Didn't even ink it yet. So this was just another one of those 12 by 12 sheets that it was the last sheet that I did not do a project with, and what I decided to do is just take some of that rickrack from the closure and add a belly band up here at the top, and then 2 little pockets, which is actually 1 big pocket, but you can definitely tuck things here and here. But this upper pocket is not closed at the bottom, so it goes all the way down to the bottom of the larger pocket on the front. So yeah, let's just pop this down like right there. Why not? I wonder if there's another page that can use. Nope, that's it. This is the last one. Okay, I'll just stick that right there. And I'm going to do it as a tuck as well, so that 2 sides will be glued down, one side will be open, and then there's all those pockets on the front. Okay. Alright guys, I hope y'all are going to do something really great today, because it's a stress-free Saturday. Alright, no stress. Do whatever you like, either in your crafting spaces or outdoors. Have fun. And I will definitely talk to you guys in the next video. Okay, here, let's do a quick flip through. Here's my cover again. The closure, I love it. It came out so perfect. Here's a tuck spot in here, a couple of tucks on this actual tuck as well. So let's throw some of these in here. That's a tuck space. Here's another tuck space. And there's also a tuck up at the top also. So if, in case you don't remember how we did this project, there's a tuck spot up here as well. But I'm not going to put anything in there right now. I showed you my little journaling card. Here's this guy. It's all dry now. I can remove these clips. This one is tucked on this side. So yeah, that breaks up the monotony a little bit of you know, you can go back and forth, as opposed to, yep, there's that. And it also has a tuck spot up at the top and a belly band down here in the front, right? So I'm just gonna tuck this right in here and leave that one there. And let's see, oh, we have this one as well. Lots of tuck spaces, guys. Plenty of journaling space, right? Like, there's no hesitation whatsoever. Journaling, documenting, whatever you want to do. So yeah, this is a book filled with opportunities to do fun things in. Okay, here's another little tuck spot with a little pom-pom closure on it, or clothespin, and you can definitely just clip that onto any page in the book, and it doesn't, you know, it doesn't weigh it down at all. So you can still, you know, use these pages. The only difference is that with the pom-poms on there, you will have a bulkier book, so that you won't be able to, the closure will, you know, just be slightly off, or, you know, just a little bit bulkier in the closure department. But other than that, it should be fine. Okay, I'm gonna tuck this guy down in here. That's cute. And then I'm going to tuck this one behind the belly band, because that is also super cute. Okay, alright. There's that. And here's the back. Okay. And now we have our pom-poms in there. So this is what I'm talking about, the bulkiness of the book. But it will still be, it'll still close up. Let's go through this loop right here. I did leave the closure cord just a little bit long, and it will come back around and close right here if it does not go back to the front. Oh, it's upside down. What am I doing? I'm like, why won't this? Yeah, there we go. Alright, and then your pom-poms and stuff won't be smushed or damaged, but you do have a nice chunky monkey little book right here. So I think all of my pockets and tucks are dried. This one's oozing glue at the bottom. Alright, so yeah, so this is our little junk journal. Easiest junk journal ever. The decorating is the fun part, right guys? Alright, so I'm gonna leave you right here. go do something wonderful. Have a smashing Saturday. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button if you like these videos, all right? And share them with your friends and family so that I can share these you know, tips and tricks and really cool ideas with others. So I do appreciate each and every one of you, and I'll definitely talk to you in the next video. Stay naturally curious. Bye.